Next afternoon, on Tuesday, we visited the Church Bible Institute out in the desert. Beautiful area, beautiful surroundings. There we ran into a group of teen mission workers who were busily working, adding on to the structure that was built by another group previous. It made our group kind of glad that they were not doing the hard labor. Leonardo showed us his room, and after that we visited a curio shop on the way where Leonardo, Dick, and Ming learned to grab the bull by the horns. That night again we were out again sharing the gospel through puppets, the skits, the mimes, this time in an area where no church group had ever been before, a government housing project. There the Lord provided us a perfect place so that our tape player, which had seemed weak before, sounded like we had massive speakers. And the dozens and dozens of people and children who had gathered around were able to hear very easily the message that we were bringing across to them. The pastor that night shared the gospel to these children and the adults that were around, most of them hearing it for the first time in their life. That night, the church group at Luz de Cristo and Barquisimeto served us a delicious Venezuelan supper. Afterwards, we were blessed with music from the group Shalom, which Beth was a part of a year or so ago. When they finished up singing the last song they did, they dedicated to Ron and Beth for the anniversary. Ron gave Beth an anniversary kiss, although not everyone was really excited about the kiss that they saw. On Wednesday, it was back on the bus. There we went back to Valencia. We rested the rest of the day. On Thursday then, Thursday afternoon, we visited this national monument, national park, commemorating the war between the Venezuelan people and the Spanish as they overthrew the Spanish-controlled government. The tomb, or the memorial, is much like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier that we have in the United States, as the guards spend 2 hours at a time standing at attention. Our girls enjoyed trying to get them to smile, which it didn't work. But when the girls didn't look, we could see the guys looking at them. This gentleman here gave us a tour and explained everything in detail as to what went on. Thursday morning, though, we had went out and had an opportunity to do street witnessing. The leaders, us leaders, had done this before in different parts of the state, but the teens had never done it. But it was beautiful to watch them as they opened up and went around passing tracts out. And within an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, we had gone through over 1,000 tracts. Hopefully the results will be in the kingdom's hand as God speaks to the hearts of these people. Friday afternoon, Ron and I took some of the money that we had designated for the ministry and the ministry to the Koopman family. We went out and bought a washing machine for Beth and Ron for their anniversary, as theirs was in bad shape before we came, was totally destroyed while we were there, and we just want to say happy anniversary, Ron and Beth. We did our final cleanup. We swept off the sidewalk. And that evening, we enjoyed the fellowship of Ron and Beth's church. They come to bid us farewell and to sing a few more songs to us of encouragement. bidding farewell to the panaderia, the local eating spot, saying goodbye to their house, and noticing that their expressions on their faces had changed from sadness and hunger to joy. The fact that we had restored them with our gringo peanut butter and our encouragement. The Koopmans chased us out of the house and took us on the road down to Caracas. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is life after Valencia. It was there in Caracas that we discovered the only McDonald's in Venezuela. And oh, what a McDonald's joint it was. After a great meal of greasy fries and Big Macs, we headed out and toured the town. We spent all the believers we had left in our pockets. We gathered all the souvenirs we could carry. That night we went out to a fancy restaurant, had steak and yucca. It was there at the fancy restaurant that we ate in that the ministry that the kids were involved in came to a head, and that when they finished eating, they got up from the table and shared their meal with these two street boys, possibly the first steaks they had ever had. Leaving there, we went to a park in town where we saw one of the most beautiful fountains we have ever seen in our lives.